Hey, we're going to cut through the bull. We're going to sort through the mess. And when we get the facts straight, then we're going to swipe left. Welcome, welcome. Good afternoon, you guys. And welcome to another episode of Swipe Left. I'm your host. My name is MaryJBlige, and I am so happy to be here with you guys. It's been a long week, and I got a lot to talk about. I'm ready to do it. Let's get started. Swipe left. Swipe left. Well, as I said, today is February 23rd. I thank you for being here. This is another episode of Swipe Left. And as I said before, my name is MaryJBlige, and I am your host or hostess. Well, depends on what day it is. I'm your host and your hostess with the mostest, and I'm ready to roll. I have a ton of different little things that I want to share with you, things that I've actually run into this week while I was actually in my travels. We're going to talk about a couple things that I'm sure you all have already heard about, and maybe I can enlighten you on something that you may not have run across, and I could just drop the tea on you. This first story, I have to do this first story. It is absolutely ridiculous. It's ridiculous because the story changed so fast that I didn't even get the chance to report it to you before it had actually ended. Yeah, you heard me. The story literally ended before I ever got the chance to drop the tea on you. Okay. Black China and Soldier Boy. Okay, so listen to this. The two of them, both of them are infamous for different reasons on social media, okay? But they allegedly were hanging out with each other to actually irritate Tyga. They both have had situations with Tyga in the past, and neither one of the situations actually ended really well. So he's not either one of their favorite people. So the two of them, I guess you would call them a mutual enemy. I guess you could real easily. He's a mutual enemy of the two of them. But turns out they were hanging out with each other pretty much just to piss Tyga off. And then they found themselves actually liking each other. So they had actually come out and they had said, allegedly, that they were going to try to make a go of it. But they were going to be taking it slow. Child, they didn't take it too slow because, boom, just that fast, before the chance to get down here and drop the tea on you all, baby, they done called it quits. I said, what the hell? Child, he done Superman on her, honey, and it's over. It's over before I ever got the chance to give it to you. It's over. Swipe left. Okay, so let's talk about this. Somebody has actually paid attention to me for a change. I've been screaming and I've been yelling for the past 3-4 weeks. Wendy Williams. I've been screaming for Wendy to do what? Get up and take her behind back to work. Somewhere along these lines, Wendy has paid attention to me. She paid attention, y'all. She paid attention, and she is going back to the show on March the 4th. She's supposed to be returning to the show. So congratulations, Wendy. Girl, you had me worried, honey. I told all these guests and these extra hosts, girl, and I thought Nick Cannon was getting ready to snatch your gig right up from you, honey. And then I had my side eye on that Steve Harvey. Girl, it was getting hot around these streets, Miss Wendy. Girl, you just seemed like you just weren't paying attention. But I know I got a big old mouth, and eventually I guess you heard me, girl. I guess it was me. We'll roll with that. We'll roll with that story. She heard me, honey, and she's taking her butt back to work. I hear that Wendy Williams is going to be returning back to the Wendy Williams show on March 4th. I am definitely really, really happy for her. Really happy for you, Wendy. And I hope everything with you is looking up. I hope your health is at an all-time good. And some of that stress that you have in your life, girl, I hope you've taken care of some of that. And I hope you share a little bit of it with us, but I bet you don't. See, that's the next thing. Do you think that Wendy's going to actually share some of her conflama, is what we'll call it? Conflama. Do you think she'll share some of her conflama when she gets back to the show? Mistress stuff. Baby stuff. Health stuff. Being gone, almost losing her job stuff. You know, conflama. Do you all think that Wendy will share? I doubt it. Anyway, we'll be looking for Wendy back on her show March 4th. How you doing? Swipe left. Okay, so today on Swipe Left, I want to do something that's a little bit different with you guys. I was sitting around and, you know, I'm real silly. I'm very, very silly. A very silly person. You know that. I like to have fun. I like to laugh. I like to make you laugh. So let's do a funny moment, if you will, with Mimi today on Swipe Left. I'm going to tell you a little bit of a joke. It's just a little funny moment. It's just something that I was actually thinking about. It was on my mind, and I had a funny moment, and let's see if it's funny to you. I can take it. If it's not funny, tell me it's not funny. But for me, it was a funny moment with Mimi. You understand? I'm an artist. I'm sensitive about my shit. No, not really. Shout out to Erica Badu. Anyway, take a look at this funny moment with Mimi. You know what? A lot of days I find myself reflecting back on years that have actually passed. I'm literally, I'm 47 now, so I'm really kicking 50 right in the ass. I'm like really rolling up on the 50. And I think about my past a lot these days. Things that I used to do that was a whole lot of fun, like playing little games and stuff like that. So I just want to, you know what, I think something that'll be really, really fun is you all and I. Let's do something that we used to do that was a whole lot of fun back in the day. And this is going to be silly. This is going to be really, really silly. Are you ready? Let's sing some nursery rhymes. I know y'all looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, nursery rhymes? What the hell are you talking about? What the hell? Listen, I'm a Toys R Us kid. I don't have any plans on growing up anytime soon. So, let your guard down. Let your guard down. And come on, we're going to sing some nursery rhymes. I'm going to start it off. Let's see. Which one can I do first? Okay, I got one. Nursery rhymes. You ready? I'm a little teapot, short and stout. On second thought, that shit ain't funny and that shit ain't cute. No thanks. I'm out. Whew, child, I know. I have too much time on my hands. Anyway, let's move on. Next thing I want to talk about is somebody that I really, really like. You know, I really, really like her. And there's a little bit of an influence that you see her around a little bit. I just kind of like this chick. But, all girl here. MaryJBlige. Love her. I seen an interview this week with MaryJBlige. That's our girl, honey. That's the queen of hip-hop soul, period. Undisputed. That's all it is. There's only one. I love Mary J. But 9-time Grammy winner. Were you aware that Mary had 9 Grammys? 9. Not 9 times nominated. She won 9 times. Bad girl. Anyway, love Mary. She did this interview, and it was a good interview. I haven't seen Mary do what I would consider an actual good interview in quite a while. You know, she was going through all those things with her ex-husband, and she was just really kind of sad, and she was kind of down, and it just was, you know, it just wasn't good to see her when we seen her. I loved the last CD that came out, but it just, everything was just sad. Like, it was just so sad, you know what I mean? So it was good to see her. She was looking really, really sharp, and her spirits were up. I didn't even realize she's a Capricorn. She's a Capricorn. I'm January 9th. She's January 11th. And she talked all about her birthday and how she spent her birthday with just a whole group of like 18 girlfriends, and they just went out and just hung out and had a great time, and a lot of them are Capricorns as well. All of that. Then she dropped the bomb on me. I said, well, when is new music coming? 2. Mary has 2 albums. She is working on 2 albums. So definitely be looking out for that. I was so excited. She didn't give a date on when those albums will be out, but she is working on 2 albums. She'll be dropping 2 albums. And did you also, here, another little Mary fact, did you know that the My Life album is actually 25 years old? This year, 25 years old. I couldn't believe it when she said it. I'm like, my gosh, how time flies. Yeah, child, that album was something, honey. My life, my life, my life, my life. Child, if you look at my child, listen, Mary, can you believe it's been 25 years? 25 years. Anyway, last thing with Mary, she's actually, this was way off. She's playing, because you know she acts now. She acts too. She's playing an assassin named Cha-Cha in the Umbrella Academy. Umbrella Academy is actually, it's a series on Netflix, and it actually was released yesterday. So it's up on Netflix. Go and check out the Umbrella Academy. She is, like I said, she's a time-traveling assassin named Cha-Cha. And she talked about learning Kung Fu and all this fighting. She's going to be doing guns and swords and everything else. I can't wait to actually see her doing her thing over on Netflix. I'm going to check it out, and I'll definitely let you all know what's going on somewhere on my channel on YouTube. And I can't wait for those 2 albums. But kudos to Mary, doing big things and just being happy again. I'm just glad to see her happy again. Thing was so sad, honey. Old husband done stole up the money and carried on, done messed up the church's money. But that's okay. She got it together now. She got it together now. You go ahead on Mary. Swipe left. Okay. So we might as well get this out of the way. This is the one story I've grown very tired at this point with this story. I've grown tired of even hearing the name. Jussie Smollett. So you all know what's actually going on with Jussie. Jussie has actually been accused of lying, like everything that we've covered. I'm not getting ready to go back through all of it all over again, but he's officially a suspect in a criminal investigation of this whole alleged attack. It's a class 4 felony if he's totally charged. Class 4 felony, given a false report, a false police report. He is still denying that he staged the attack. He's still claiming innocent. Whatever. Now, this is the thing. Like I said, I'm very bothered. I'm very bothered because I was really caping for Jussie. You know, I was like, you know, people were what I was considering victim shaming and that kind of thing. And I was just caping for him and saying, no, not Jussie, you know, this, that, thing, and the other. And I just feel very let down by this. I think that you just really, I did a whole video on my YouTube channel. You can actually go and look up the video. The video is called Jesse Really? And that's just how I felt about it. Jesse Really? I just think that, and I guess I have to kind of sit in the space of he's not actually been found guilty yet. But if it is that he's found guilty, you have put a lot of people in danger, because whenever something happens going forward and somebody's victimized, are we going to believe them? Or are we going to question them? Or is somebody going to be victimized and don't want to tell the story for fear that they're going to be victim shamed or they're not going to be received? You know, it's ridiculous. And I feel like as African Americans, he set us back a step. I feel like as an LGBTQ individual, we've been set back a step. I'm just so disappointed with this. And I'm just going to swipe on this. Again, you're innocent until proven guilty. And I did get somebody in my comments on my video I did on YouTube who actually said, we're so quick to turn on our own. No, baby, I wasn't quick to turn on my own. I caped for him until he actually gave me nothing else to actually hold the cape up with. At this point, caping how? Like, how am I caping for you? Like, everything is pointing to you saying that you are out of order. But, okay, you know, with that, I said, okay, maybe I got to step back. I know how I feel. I kind of feel in my spirit now that there's nothing left for me to actually hold on to. I don't feel like there's any truth left for me to hold on to. That's my own personal feeling. But again, I'll sit here and I'll wait, and if there's a guilty verdict, then I'll tear him up, really tear him up. But until then, I'm going to swipe on it. It's going to be very interesting to see what actually goes on in the ways of Empire. Now, when they ended the season, last season, there was a coffin, and we don't know who was actually in the coffin. My thing is, I'm going to be really interested to tune in to see who Lee Daniels puts in that coffin. What character is going to be put in that coffin? I have a feeling I know who it was supposed to be, but I got a feeling I know who it's going to be. You all let me know what you think in the comments. And like I said, if you really want to know our feelings about it, go ahead and check out that video called Jesse Really. And like I said, I'll keep my ear to the street and I'll keep you all abreast of what I find out. But me personally, child, ain't much to hang on to. I don't see the forest through the trees anymore, guys. I really don't. I'm sorry. But I hope I'm proven wrong. Prove me wrong, Jesse. Prove me wrong. Swipe left. Okay, and speaking of indictments, this person actually has been indicted. RKelly. RKelly has literally, in Cook County, a Cook County grand jury has actually hit him with 10 counts. 10 counts of criminal sexual abuse on their children. There were four victims, and that's what they were, victims, ranging in ages from 13 to 16. There was a VHS tape found, was turned in. Just ridiculous. I have children in that age range of my own. No, I ain't feeling it. Male, female, or otherwise, I'm not feeling it. I'm not even sitting in this now. I'm gone. I'm done. He's indicted. I'll keep my ear to the street. I'll let you know what's going on. But, yeah, I'm sure they're going to charge him real good this time. I think his run has come to an end. He's looking at 30 to 70 years of jail time. So let's see if he can wiggle his way out of this. I don't think so. I really don't think so. But that's what's going down with RKelly. Swipe left. Okay. Are you all ready for something else? Let's actually we're going to have a fashion moment here. And I'm sorry it has a damper on it, but when I think about the person, all I can actually do is really smile. Life has actually ended for this person. 85 years old, Karl Lagerfeld has actually passed on to his next step. Okay, so he has passed away. He died in Paris earlier this week. But again, like I said, it's a sad moment. We lost a legend. But when I think about Karl Lagerfeld, all I can actually do, it makes me light up. And I feel good just thinking about his body of work and what he actually stood for. He's an icon. He was an icon. He did so many things. Like he was the creative director for Chanel for decades. Not a decade, for decades. So when you say Karl Lagerfeld, everybody knows. Karl Lagerfeld, there'll never be another one. There will never be another one. And did you realize he's the one who actually came up with fingerless gloves? Fingerless gloves was Karl Lagerfeld's stamp. That was his thing. That was his signature. So the German-born couturier, he left us. He left us earlier this week, like I said, and he also designed for Fendi. I don't know if a lot of people knew that, but Karl Lagerfeld designed for Fendi as well. Like I said, he was bad. Karl Lagerfeld was bad, bad, bad. When it came to swag, he had it. Anytime you actually seen him, even up to the latest photos when he was in his 80s, sharp as a tack. He was always clean. He was what a couturier should be. When you seen him, he just looked like money and fashion and just everything good and everything right and everything in place. That was Karl Lagerfeld. We're definitely going to miss him. He's definitely an icon, definitely a loss to us. Rest in peace, Karl Lagerfeld. Swipe left. All right, you guys, that is actually it for this week. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Swipe Left. I love you guys. I am definitely having a great time with the show. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you back here next week. Same time for Swipe Left. DJ, take me on out of here.
Feel like